am Coach Bev, and I am coming to you from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. I coach you as you coach your kids to reach their goals using the knowledge and skills that I have gained as a parent and veteran educator. Today, we are going to talk from the topic My Teacher Took My Cell Phone. She sure did. She most certainly did. And if they were in my class, I could guarantee you, if they had it out, I most certainly did take that cell phone. That is a very big no, no, no in class. And now that the school that I'm at has made it a policy and they are enforcing that policy, um, life is just so much better as an educator with that cell phone policy in place. These cell phones in the classroom, oh my goodness, all I can say is that why did we ever allow them to come into the school building? We should have left them outside of the building completely. We should have never allowed cell phones to come into the school. All right. And I want to say the computers too, but we need the computers. We need the computers. And that online platform where you can teach the class, Canvas and like Blackboard, oh, that's heaven sent. Okay. We do need things of that nature, but we could do without that cell phone. Now, I think when it comes down to thinking about our kids having cell phones, there are a few things that we need to ask ourselves. First of all, why does the kid even need a cell phone? Why does the kid have the cell phone? When you went to school as a child, there was no cell phones. And there was never any problem for you to get contacted. If your parents wanted you, if they needed anything from you, they could call the school. They can come get you out of school whenever they wanted to. Nobody was holding the children hostage. Um, I don't understand how we go from that to, can you send so-and-so to the office? Their mother is here to pick them up. So now we got I'm on the way to come get you, get ready. You still got to come into the school to sign the child out. So why does the child have the cell phone? Now, I am aware that there are some pros and there are some cons to this cell phone in school type situation. I can see it from the parent perspective, but I can also see it from the teacher perspective. So I am going to give you both perspectives on the pros and the cons of the cell phones in the school. Now, there are three positive reasons that a parent may want to get their child a cell phone, and I agree with all of them. The first reason that a parent may want to get their child a cell phone is that the parent want to keep in contact with their children throughout the day. I love to send my son a little quick text. I love you, son. Have a good day. Did you get on the bus safely today? I want the dishes done by the time I get home from work. You understand? Yes, ma'am. It's a beautiful thing. So if you want to keep in contact with your children throughout the day, I understand that sometimes the child may say, Ma, I love you. I was thinking about you, Ma. Or they may have a quick question that they need to get answered so that they can respond quickly to their teacher in school. I get that. So if that is why, one of the reasons why you feel comfortable with your child having a cell phone, I wholeheartedly agree with that. The second reason that a parent may decide that they want their child to have a cell phone is that their child rides the school bus in the morning. And some of them come home alone, and you want to be able to reach out to your child. Some school districts, depending on what time you have to be to work, you might have to leave home before your child actually gets on the school bus. So you're not there to see your child out the door, to see them to the bus stop, walk them to the bus stop, sit in the car with them at the bus stop. And some of them have to go out in the dark before the sun starts to rise in the morning. So naturally, you will feel much safer with your child having a cell phone. And then if you have a little elementary school kid that just happens to be a latchkey kid that has to come home and take the key and come into the house and sit down and wait for an hour or two for you to get home, of course you want to be able to call them and check in and make sure that they're safe. And with the decrease of house phones nowadays, the likelihood that you're going to need a cell phone to communicate with that child is very high. So that's another reason. And the third reason that you, a parent, could possibly want to get their child a cell phone is that it could be used as a location device. Duh. Now, if you are anything like me, when I want to know that my child is safe, okay? And I don't ever want there to be a question about where my child is. If something were to come up and I just really had to locate my child, I would trust that I could get on the cell phone and find out my child's location. Maybe they can't answer the phone or some. I would be able to find out my child's location. If you have a teenage child and you're establishing trust with your child. Now, for some people, trust is given, but for some people, trust is earned. So if you got a child that is earning their trust and they haven't really proven to you that you can trust them. They said they're going A, they're actually going A. They said they're going A, B, and that's exactly what they do, thereby establishing trust. This is a perfect opportunity to do that, because some kids will say, I'm going A, B, and they're doing C, D, and you had no idea about it, or they're doing A, B, C, and D. So this is a great device that you can use if you want to keep in contact with your kids. So those are 3 positive reasons that you would want to get your child a cell phone. However, we're going to switch it over to the educational side, and I am going to let you know how cell phones go wrong in school. Okay? You will be surprised at the many different innovative ways your child uses their cell phones in school. The first way that cell phones go wrong in school is that it is a distraction in class. Children are used to pulling their phones out on the whim. They pull them out when you're in the car, when they're in the car at home. If you allow them to pull them out at the dinner table, they'll pull their cell phones out at the dinner table. Anytime you are sitting around and trying to watch TV with your kids, if your children will even come in the room with you so that you can watch TV together, the first thing that they're going to do is pull out their cell phones. And more than likely, you as a parent has looked at your child and said, wow, every time I turn around, you are in that cell phone. Turn off that cell phone. That's how they are in class. They don't just go to school and magically put the cell phones away. They are using the cell phones like that in class. If you are a teacher that is not enforcing a cell phone policy in your class, those kids will whip those phones out and they will sit there and they will look at those phones all day long, the whole class period, and not do 1 ounce, 1 drop of work. And believe me, it really is a lot of energy and effort to get the kids to put and keep those cell phones up. So if the teacher is fighting against a school that doesn't have a cell phone policy that says put the cell phones up or A, B, C, D, it's a challenge for kids to get the kids to put those cell phones up. And some teachers just say forget it and just let them play on the cell phones. I'm just being honest. The second way that cell phones can go wrong in school is when you tell a child, put your cell phone up, or I'm finna take your cell phone because you're not supposed to have it out, guess what the first thing they say is, I was texting my mama. I was texting my mama. Oh, I was asking my mama. Oh, I was texting my daddy. Your mother knows you're in school. Why? Your mother knows that you're not supposed to have your phone out in class. So why are you texting mom during class time? It turns into one of those things. They text each other test answers. They text each other quiz answers, homework answers, thereby preventing the educational process from taking root and the child benefiting from the education that the teacher is trying to implement, which means if they're cheating, they're not learning. The third way that cell phones go wrong in school is that the children use them as a meet up scheduler. Let's meet in the bathroom. Which bathroom? The hall by the cafeteria. They're okay. Can I use the bathroom? Teacher, yes. They're in the bathroom. Now it's a fight. Now something's going on. Now they're using them to meet. Hey, let's skip. Where you want to go? They're using them to meet up with their friends. If the teacher doesn't really have a limit to how many times the kids can go to the bathroom, kids will just take advantage of it. Be out in the hall, can I go to the bathroom, hanging out with their friends, walking around the school, doing whatever it is they want to do. And we all know that that can lead to trouble. The fourth way that cell phones go wrong in school is that a lot of bullying takes place over social media. If you had access to your children's social media, and if you, like for instance, every now and again, I take my son's phone and I go through and I read the text messages and just making sure that he's being a typical kid and not getting into anything. And it also, I just have to keep an eye out every now and again. I can't walk around like in the blind. And my child know that occasionally I will check your phone to see what's going on. Yes, I will. So, yes, if you were to read through some of those text messages, you'll be shocked at how those kids communicate and talk with one another, the information that they share, the comments that they make, all types and all sorts of the videos. They share videos and things of that nature. And consequently, a lot of bullying takes place on those Instagram, TikTok. They don't use Facebook. They say Facebook is for old people. They tell me that Facebook is for old people. That's why I have it. So, oh, well, I guess I'll just be old. But a lot of bullying, a lot of fights, a lot of disagreements, a lot of things start on social media and then they bring it to school and it spills over in the school. And before you know it, the security team is breaking up a fight because of something that started on social media. So it really is an issue with the cell phones when the issues in the conflict that begins on social media comes to school. I've had a principal to tell me before at an elementary school that before they can start the day, they have to put out fires that began on social media because the kids get off the bus, they come into the school, they're upset, they're mad, they're crying over different things that took place over social media. Why does a child in elementary school have a cell phone? Okay, the fifth reason cell phones go wrong in school. They are used to record fights, and this can result in serious consequences for your child. Yes, for standing there recording a fight, your child can incur consequences. And if a fight breaks out in school, you already know what is going to happen. The kids are standing there recording the fight, recording the fight. The people that's coming in to break up the fight can't get through to break up the fight, which is hindering the rescue and possibly safety of the individuals that's involved in the fight, in addition to the staff that's in there trying to break it up. Security can't get through to do what they need to do. The kids got a little wall built around the fight so the fight can last as long as possible. And they are recording it. They are recording it. And within 5 minutes of that fight taking place, it is uploaded to Instagram. Now, once these fights get uploaded to Instagram and it's attached to your child's name, your child can incur consequences. If the principal is in fact issuing consequences for recording fights, you're not supposed to do it. It's against school policy. It's in the handbook. Read your school's handbook and see if your district adheres to this. If so, then your child could incur suspension. I've seen parents upset because their kids got suspended, but they broke the rule just as well as the people that are fighting. Okay? And the last reason that I have that cell phone goes wrong in school is the parents upholding the negative use of the phone. Why she take your phone? I'm getting ready to come up to the school. She needs to give you your phone back right now. Or there's a policy the kids can only use the bathroom so many times per quarter or per week because the teacher really needs to cut down on the kids running in and out of the class all day. One child say they need to use the restroom, 5 more got to go. So you got to stop teaching and this lasts all day. Some teachers don't go for that. Me, I am one of those teachers that don't like to have kids running in and out of my class all day. We got too much work to do. We need to be working. So you've used your bathroom breaks as much as you need to use, and now you want to go to the restroom for the 10th time in the week, and I say no. You get on the phone and text your mom, and instead of letting mom know that you've been running to the bathroom every day at the same time, all of this and that, she's not supporting the boundaries that the teacher has put in place in class. Things of this nature, or, it's a problem, so the child feels like they get to have their phone out because mama said that she better not take my phone again. Just so many things that would be so much easier if when a child calls and says, Miss B took my phone. Why did she take your phone? Well, you wasn't supposed to have it out, son. Things of that nature instead of supporting the teacher. And I'm not saying that all parents do that. But for those that do this in a negative manner, you really aren't doing any justice to this cell phone policy. Now, I ask the question again. Why does the child have the cell phone? And that is what is really going to make the difference here. If you have a responsible child that's going to get their work done, they're not distracted by it, they know when to use it at appropriate times, then by all means. But if the child is not able to get their work done because they are being distracted by the use of their cell phone, that in itself will give me reason to question the validity of my child having a cell phone, because nothing should come between my child's honor roll. Period. Nothing should separate my child from their honor rolls. And if something does separate my child from their honor rolls, we're going to have to reflect, and we're going to have to look at some things, and we're going to have to take those distractions out. Okay? So as a parent, let's just take a moment and think about it from all sides and all point of views about the child having cell phones. I am Coach Bev, and I am coming to you from Regal Awakening Educational Coaching Services. If you would, please take some time and hit the like button if you like the content of this video. I am also inviting you to like and subscribe to my Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Regal Awakening. And on YouTube, if you would like and subscribe to the video, I would be ever so grateful and appreciative of you. If you do hit like and subscribe, you can also hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. Thank you for your time. I'm Coach Bev.